The battle between sanctuary cities and the federal government continues. Chicago Mayor Rahm Emanuel now filing a lawsuit against the Justice Department.
Chicago will not let our police officers become political pawns in a debate. The city of Chicago may be the first to bring a lawsuit, but I'm also confident we will not be the last, because other cities know that these are false choices that the Trump Justice Department is asking us to make.
Well, Justice Department firing right back, saying this: in 2016, more Chicagoans were murdered than in New York City and Los Angeles combined. So it's especially tragic that the mayor is less concerned with that staggering figure than he is spending time and taxpayer money protecting criminal aliens and putting Chicago's law enforcement at greater risk. Powerful. Here now, Arkansas Attorney General Leslie Rutledge and former NYPD Sergeant Joe Giacalone. Good to see both of you.
Good to be here.
Let me start with you, Leslie. You just heard that quote that I read. Is Rahm Emanuel mixing up the priorities here? Is he trying to protect illegals at the expense of protecting the people?
Well, it's quite ironic that the mayor would say that the police should not be used as political pawns, when that's exactly what the mayor is doing, is that he is subjecting police officers in his city and the citizens of his cities to, or his city rather, to an unsafe environment. And by not accepting this, putting an application for a federal grant and saying that they should have this grant money to buy those police cars, because quite frankly, if the city of Chicago would follow federal law, they too could have access to the money of these federal grants that he's suing the administration over.
And Joe, what's the reluctance to not work with the feds here? And why isn't Rahm Emanuel talking about the murder rate that keeps going up and up and up in Chicago?
Yeah, I come from the school where you don't bite the hand that feeds you, and this is exactly what's happening here. These burn grants, not only help the police departments, but the public defender's offices and the prosecutors with adjudication, and then then corrections too. I don't know what he's thinking about. I think we have over 415, homicides right now in Chicago. There's a possibility that we're going to have, unfortunately, a new record in Chicago. The people of Chicago hasn't held Rahm Emanuel's feet to the fire. I mean, this has been going on for years, and they should demand it. And especially after the Laquan McDonald shooting debacle, I don't understand why people haven't called for his resignation.
And you know what, Leslie? It seems like Rahm Emanuel is just doubling down. You heard it in the soundbite. He says Chicago is the first to bring a lawsuit and won't be the last. Do you expect other cities to follow? The Justice Department, they sent letters to Baltimore, Albuquerque, San Bernardino, and Stockton warning you could lose your federal funding if you don't follow the sanctuary city laws.
Well, it does sound like the mayor is doubling down, but I will tell you that this administration is going to be successful. I joined in an amicus brief with 10 other states supporting the administration, noting that it is lawful for the administration to hold these cities accountable who want to be sanctuary cities. That the administration is simply asking that these cities follow federal law, that we have cooperation between federal, state, and local law enforcement to keep the citizens of that area safe. And what Rahm Emanuel is encouraging is for them not to be safe, to say, don't follow the law. Well, what sort of message does that send to the people of Chicago who are already burdened with an enormous crime rate that is dangerous in itself, to say, you know what, don't follow the law? They need a mayor who says, let's follow the law. Right. That's what this administration is encouraging him to do.
And Joe, from your experience, how can local police forces work with immigration law, work with the federal authorities?
Well, I mean, it's pretty simple. If they have somebody who has committed a felony or has been convicted of a crime, they're supposed to notify, the federal authorities. And this is where the crux of it is. People are worried about a traffic stop and somebody who is here illegally being, deported because of that. I mean, I hope not to see that too, but we want to be able to get those people who are involved in criminal activities, specifically felonies and gang members and the like. And if they've committed a crime and they are here illegally, then they should be removed to try to help them out. But we need to dig deeper into the Chicago problem, because illegal immigration might not be the sole reason why they have such a high crime rate there.